On the news tonight, Nigerians express anger over attendant hardship from latest fuel hike. Ondo State government pledges sustained implementation of poverty alleviation programs. Federal government, states and councils to share record 1.96 trillion naira monthly allocation. And in sports world, 100 meters hurdles champion Toby Amusan risks 2-year ban over anti-doping violation. Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us on the news. I am Obi Chukwemeka Oti. Long queues resurfaced at petrol stations in Akure, Ondo State capital, following reports of the takeoff of a new price regime by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL). Fuel sold as high as 580 naira per litre in the state capital as motorists lament the hardship. Osrc Zaid Aribisala has the report.
It's a new day, but one with a recurrence of same old story for many Nigerians who need fuel for their daily activities, following reports of an increase in pump price of petrol to around 617 naira per litre in the nation's capital, Abuja, by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. Long queues began to manifest in Akure, Ondo State capital. Tempers flare at this filling station as customers scramble to get the premium motor spirit at the rate of 499 naira per litre, a price they say will soon shoot up any moment. Some motorists will still grapple to get the product following the removal of subsidy in May by President Bola Tinubu, laments the latest increase in price and its attendant effects on livelihood. Osrc survey reveals that petrol sold at 499 naira per litre in some stations, others at 510 naira and some at 568 naira to as high as 580 naira per litre.
You just see people kill. The place that people will not kill, whether they are selling above that thing. Because some people say one filling station down there is selling 5 something.
See where you park Makada for there, sis. Just they find I want to get fuel.
It has started from some filling station selling almost 600, almost 700. So everything is done.
It was also observed that some fuel stations closed their gates to customers in anticipation of the implementation of a new price regime. The concerned citizens want the government to look beyond the distribution of 8,000 naira palliative and in place more measures to cushion the effect. The need for constant communication between government and the people was also emphasized.
Putting the masses in perspective now, it's not a very good one, but these are just economic crunches, and we believe in time. I mean, like 2, 3 months, 4 months into this administration, we look forward to a particularly robust economy, because you cannot actually achieve a lot if you don't have an economic model, and that's going to be introduced very soon. And so with that, we're able all to fly.
All this is now is adding more problems to all the citizens. So we are appealing to the government to try as much as possible to do all the necessary things so that the negative effect this thing has in the life of everyone, all Nigerians is too much.
The Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mili Kyari, has attributed the rise in petrol pump prices in Nigeria to market forces. Zaid Aribisala, Osrc News.
In the meantime, Ondo State government will continue to implement programs that would eradicate poverty among the populace. Commissioner for Commerce, Industry and Cooperatives, Akinwumi Shawara, stated this while featuring on Orange FM's program Etoilu. Mr. Shawara, who said the intervention which the state government had commenced since the outbreak of COVID-19 had reduced poverty in the state to the barest minimum. He explained that the gesture, which is being driven through the partnership program of the state and federal government called NCARE, has beneficiaries drawn from the 3 senatorial districts of the state. Commenting on the industrialization drive of the state government, Mr. Showore said the license granted the state government for the takeoff of Ondo Seaport would boost the state's economy. The commissioner commended Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu for breaking new grounds in the state. Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu means different things to different people in professional, political, and even the social circle. Residents of Ondo State, however, continue to rate him high as a man whose love for his people remains unwavering. As he recovers from the health challenge which has kept him off duties, some residents who spoke with Osrc Zaid Aribisala say their prayers and desire is for the safe return of the state's helmsman.
I, Oluwarotimi Odunayo Akeredolu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful.
Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu took over the saddle of leadership in Ondo State in 2017 as the 6th democratically elected governor, with a pledge to make collective interest of the state his priority. At the second time of asking for that mandate, the people again voted in his favor, with the blueprint captured as redeemed agenda. Akeredolu's recent absence, following his 15 working days leave and subsequent extension of his 21-day medical leave, which started on June the 7th, has resulted in his absence from public glare. While the governor's recovery has kept him away from the state for a while, he continues to draw solidarity from residents. Some residents who spoke with Osrc said the governor has warmed himself into their hearts with his consistent display of character in advancing the cause of his people.
Don't miss many things, no, because it's not there around. Everybody does they do you as they like, but he say there around as things they go, he go don't intervene. So that's what I like about him. He care for everybody. So I pray may God heal him anywhere he did, so that everything will be okay for us.
And nobody cannot even the mechanical. We are mechanical make. So we can have faults, we can seek anytime. We miss him most on his actions on many issues, mostly on the ongoing projects. Assuming it's around, the project will have faster than it is now.
Despite his health challenge, the residents say they will continue to support him with prayers for a quick return.
You know, he's a human being, and you know, sickness is not a man-made problem. So if he's being kept out of his official duties as a result of ill health, I think every reasonable person is supposed to sympathize with him and wait for him till he recover fully to come back and carry out his normal duties. I think I have no grudge over that. Any reasonable man cannot, unless you want to challenge nature, unless you want to challenge God.
tá gbàdúrà pé kó kú sí orúkọ yẹn so èèyàn pàtàkì ní láàrin ìlú ní Ondo State so àfẹ́ kó kú à ń gbàdúrà kó lọ́wọ́ kó fún lálàáfíà kó lè lo tẹ́nu ẹ̀ tán.
èèyàn dáadáa ni bàbá Akeredolu èèyàn dáadáa ni tó èèyàn ò lè nírú yẹn ní ìdílé kó ní kó sọnù ọlọ́dẹ níjọ́ sọnù.
tí ó máa ṣí olórí ilé ò ní ẹ̀mọ̀ irú bí mo ṣe wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tí máa lọ lé bá mo ti bí iṣẹ́ bọ̀ mo lè ra bisikíìtì nǹkan kan àwọn ọmọdé inú wọn á dùn àtàwọn ọmọ tèmi inú wọn á dùn ẹ mọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe sí ilé yẹ àwọn èèyàn fìlì wọ́n lè máa lọ ń gbòòrò àní gọ́vnà wa ló ń lọ yẹ nǹkan kan bá yẹ so àfi èmi mo mọ̀ èmi gan miss àwọn ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn miss.
Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu had in a letter he personally signed on July the 6th, 2023, appreciated the people of Ondo State for their well wishes, describing their prayers and encouragement as one uplifting his spirit. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
To health now, government at all levels have been encouraged to ensure enhancement of kidney transplant in Nigeria to better the healthcare service delivery for mortality rate reduction. Dr. Ebo Bangboye made the suggestion while delivering the third Professor Oladipo Akinkugbe Distinguished Lecture at the University of Medical Sciences, UNIMED Ondo, titled The Evolution of Kidney Transplantation in Nigeria and the Legacy of Professor Oladipo Akinkugbe. Our reporter, Joy Pius, has details.
It is the third distinguished lecture in honor of late Professor Oladipo Akinkugbe, who was the first Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council, University of Medical Sciences, UNIMED, Ondo, and was attended by top government functionaries, members of the university community, among many others. Delivering the lecture titled The Evolution of Kidney Transplantation in Nigeria and the Legacy of Professor Oladipo Akinkugbe in Development of Active Kidney Transplant Units in various parts of the country, the guest lecturer Dr. Ebun Bangboye highlighted major causes and triggers of chronic kidney disease, estimating about 850 million persons worldwide with kidney infection. Dr. Bangboye emphasized the need for governments at all levels to focus on enhancing the kidney transplantation system for better service delivery.
The lecture focused on kidney transplantation in our dear country, Nigeria. Where are we? Where should we be? How are we compared with other nations, both in Africa and the rest of the world? And what really should we be doing to ensure that we can improve on the lot of our patients with chronic kidney disease. Chronic kidney disease is very, very common in the country. Over 15% of people have chronic kidney disease. That is, for every 7 people, 1 person has kidney failure. And it's estimated that over 100 people per million population every year require kidney transplantation. We are 200 million or 220 million. So 22,000 people ideally should be on dialysis. But the total number of people on dialysis is less than 5,000. So it's not surprising the number of people that are dying from kidney failure. 1, we're not recognizing them. 2, we are not developing the capacity to be able to adequately manage them.
In his remarks, the Vice-Chancellor UNIMED Ondo, Professor Adesegun Fatusi, described late Professor Akinkugbe as an asset to the institution, noting that his contributions to tertiary education and healthcare system are commendable.
Professor Akinkugbe, young man that deserves to be honored. A man who is not by nation, but a man who is celebrated globally. Not only for his high level of finance, but for the integrity he demonstrates, for the character he showed, and for the light he shines in the academic community. Professor Akinkugbe was a man of many parts, a policy maker, a great teacher, a great university administrator, a medical professional by excellence, and in all areas where he engaged himself, he truly shone bright. As a university, we are proud to be working in the footsteps of this man, with our focus as excellence in medical education, research, and services.
The Governor of Ondo State, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, represented by Commissioner for Health, Dr. Banji Ajaka, pledged commitment towards actualizing kidney transplantation in the state health sector.
It was a wonderful one, and it's a challenge to us in Ondo State, and we are taking this one home. We are going to deliberate on it, that we must, without any further delay, we must start our own kidney transplantation unit in Ondo State.
Award presentation to the guest lecturer, Dr. Ebun Bangboye, a distinguished professional in the field of nephrology and the medical profession, wrapped up the event. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
You're watching the news. We'll go on a quick break. When we return, we'll serve you more stories. Join us again.
Win an all-expense-paid trip to Disneyland in the Indomie Golden Magnet promo. To participate, just buy the Indomie 70-gram pack and look for the magnet inside. Log into www.indomie.ng/Golden Magnet promo to fill in your details and enter your unique magnet code. All the Golden Magnet winners will get to experience the wonders of Disneyland. Silver Magnet winners stand a chance to win amazing prizes. Every pack of Indomie you buy comes with your favorite indomitable magnet. Terms and conditions apply. Indomie, tasty nutrition, good for you.
Iskilu, báwo la ti fẹ́ sanwó mi? Farabalẹ̀. 1,000. We go wash plate tire o. Farabalẹ̀ now.
Madam, èló lówó wa?
Brother, na 3,005.
Màá fún yín ní owó pé káàdì Glo ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún 10,000.
Ó yá.
Bring your phone.
Ha! 10,000.
1,000 naira credit. Now you turn to 10,000.
No. All of us don't know about Glo Berekete. Ní ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá nísìnyí.
Ṣé o ti gbọ́? Ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá ló máa gbà lórí iyekíye tó o bá rà sórí ohun ìpè Glo Berekete 10 times rẹ.
I told you. Now what go tell?
Welcome to Buckingham Parks and Gardens, the epitome of standard and luxury living. Nested amidst nature's beauty, this exquisite real estate development offers you of comfort, elegance, and tranquility. Convenience and accessibility are paramount at Buckingham Parks and Gardens. Children fun field and recreational centers are not excluded in this world-class aesthetic estate situated at Aisu Road, Owodiede, Oshogbo in Osun State. Don't miss your chance to be a part of this extraordinary community. Contact our sales team today at Buckingham Parks and Garden. Your dream home awaits you.
Agron Homes.
Building cities, communities, and homes.
Win an all-expense-paid trip to Disneyland in the Indomie Golden Magnet promo. To participate, just buy the Indomie 70-gram pack and look for the magnet inside. Log into www.indomie.ng/Golden Magnet promo to fill in your details and enter your unique magnet code. All the Golden Magnet winners will get to experience the wonders of Disneyland. Silver Magnet winners stand a chance to win amazing prizes. Every pack of Indomie you buy comes with your favorite Indomitable magnet. Terms and conditions apply. Indomie, tasty nutrition, good for you.
When it's bright and early, get your breakfast right. Then you need all the nutrients that will hold you tight. Then stay in power, you find it all in Peak. Then every move you make, Peak's got you all the way. And the Peak goes on.
Power on every morning with our Peak protein breakfast to make the most of every day. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Thank you for rejoining us. You can watch us live on our website, www.osrc.ng, or follow us on our Facebook page at OSRC TV. And on YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel, OSRC TV Ondo. Now to the rest of the news. Federal government, states and local government councils are set to share 1.959 trillion naira from the Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC, for July 2023. This is nearly a 250% increase over the 786.161 billion naira shared in June and more than triple the 655.93 billion naira in May. FAC will meet in Abuja next week to allocate the revenue to the three tiers of government based on the sharing formula. Statutory collections make up 1.7 trillion naira of federally collected revenues, followed by 293 billion naira from VAT and 12 billion naira from electronic money transfer charges. Elsewhere, President Bola Tinubu says the economic community of West African states is fully equipped to combat terrorism and other forms of insecurity in the region. He also said the bloc faces no challenge raising funds for the same purpose. Tinubu gave the assurance after a Troika Plus meeting at the Osrc Villa with Presidents Patrice Talon of Benin Republic, Umaru Mbale of Guinea-Bissau, Mohamed Bazoum of Niger Republic, and President of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Umar Toure. The West African leaders examined the political and security climate in the region during their meeting, focusing on political transitions in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea, as well as security issues in the region. The leaders reaffirmed their commitment to the expeditious transition to democracy in the three countries, insisting it must be in accordance with ECOWAS protocols and in accordance with their individual transition charters. Kano, Oyo, Kwara and Osrc state governments have observed today Work-Free Day to mark the beginning of the 1445 Islamic New Year. Kano State Commissioner of Information Baba Dantiye, on behalf of Governor Abba Yusuf, said the governor enjoined residents of the state to pray for its peace. Similarly, Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State congratulated Muslim faithful on the commencement of the new year, while enjoining them to use the occasion to pray for the peace, unity and sustainability of Oyo State and Nigeria. Also in Osun State, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Regional Integration and Special Duties, Mudashiru Oyedeji, said Governor Ademola Adeleke would preside over a special march past on Saturday at Osogbo Township Stadium, taking a symbolic salute as part of a series of activities lined up to mark the new Islamic year. In the same vein, Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak said he thoroughly considered the long-standing request from various quarters to approve the day be observed this year and henceforth as Work-Free Day. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has disowned a lawyer, Ibrahim Mohammed, who filed forgery charges in the name of the anti-graft agency against a former Minister of Aviation, Stella Odua. The EFCC told the Federal High Court in Abuja that Mohammed, a superintendent of police, was not mandated to file any criminal charge against Odua or prosecute her in any criminal matter. Counsel for the EFCC, Helen Okonofon, told Justice James Omotosho that the police lawyer had been investigated by the EFCC as ordered by the judge last week. She said the reports of the findings will be filed at the court registry and be made available thereafter. In a short ruling, Justice Omotosho fixed October 4 for EFCC to formally take the report of the findings available to the court. The judge had last Tuesday ordered the EFCC to probe Mohammed and determine whether he was authorized to file charges against Odua. In the meantime, the Special Task Force Operation Safe Haven has arrested over 1,000 cattle and a large number of sheep grazing on farmlands belonging to locals at Domanan village in Boa district of Mango Council area in Plateau State. The Special Task Force, through its spokesman, Captain Oya James, said preliminary investigation revealed that the detained cattle came from Bokus and Bakin Ladi local governments. Boa district had confirmed recently on the frequent attacks, with a number of farmers reportedly killed, houses burnt and many locals sacked. General Officer Commanding 3 Division and Commander Operation Safe Haven, Major General A.E. Abubakar, has reiterated the commitment of the military to tackle the root cause of the crisis and prevent further attacks in the Mangu area. Similarly, troops of Operation Hadarin Daji deployed to the Bukuyum local government area of Zamfara State have rescued 40 kidnapped victims. The troops acted on an intelligence report that bandits had kidnapped an unspecified number of persons from Cairo, Karam and Alkama villages in the local government. The military revealed that troops immediately mobilized for a fighting patrol and established blocking positions around the bandits' withdrawal routes around Cairo, Karam and Alkama villages. The rescued kidnapped victims, numbering 40, have since reunited with their families, while 10 of the victims were handed over to the Sakin Gwashi to connect the victims with their respective families. Now to the foreign scene. A resident of Darfur, Goma Ahmed, and her family have narrated how they escaped the unending war in Sudan. They had to flee to the relative calm of the East Darfur city, El Dain, following persistent exchange of fire between Sudan's regular army and the paramilitary rapid support forces. Akintunde Akishomola has the detail.
Guma Ahmed and her family escaped from what she describes as an ugly death in Sudan's Darfur. Missiles have been raining down their neighborhood, she says, in South Darfur's capital, Nyala. They fled to the relative calm of the East Darfur city, El Dain.
The situation is exhausting and scary. People are getting killed by missiles. That's why we left our homes and moved to safer places. We wanted to stay safe, otherwise you'll face ugly death. The missiles blow people to bits. We left our land and fled.
War that erupted between Sudan's regular army and the paramilitary rapid support forces in Khartoum has unleashed a surge of ethnically charged violence in Darfur. It's the RSF power base and a region already suffering from a long-running violence. On Monday, Conflict Monitor said the paramilitary group had seized a town in South Darfur. Clashes around Kas had caused up to 5,000 households to flee, according to a tracking system run by the International Organization for Migration. Kas is around 80 kilometers from Nyala, where, according to Ahmed's daughters, Nagala Mohammed, many families were lost amid heavy fighting and random killings.
Many people, not one person or two. You might find 3 siblings killed together, 2 brothers. People were killed even in the mosques.
Last week, the Sudan Conflict Observatory reported that the RSF and the line forces had allegedly carried out the targeted destruction of at least 26 communities in Darfur that, it said, had forcibly displaced at least 668,000 civilians since mid-April. The US-based monitor said it was a pattern of attacks identical to those deployed by Sudan's government and the allied Janjaweed militias in 2003 to 2004. That is when a mass atrocities were committed as they fought to crush a rebellion in Darfur. The RSF developed from the Janjaweed militias into a large and well-equipped fighting force with official status. It has said that it's not party to the recent violence against civilians in Darfur. Akintunde Akishomola for Osrc News.
Now talking sports, the Athletics Integrity Unit ARU has taken the decision to provisionally suspend Nigeria track and field athlete Oluwatobiloba Amusan for 3 missed whereabouts failures. The suspension was announced after it was discovered that Amusan had missed 3 drug tests within a 12-month period, a charge that could result in a 2-year suspension even if an athlete had never failed a drug test. ARU said that the charge will be heard by the disciplinary tribunal and determined before the World Athletics Championships. The ARU, which is responsible for overseeing anti-doping measures in athletics worldwide, has strict rules and regulations in place to ensure the integrity of the sports and maintain a level play field for all athletes. And that's the news tonight, but just before we go, a quick look at the major stories. We told you that Nigerians have expressed anger over the attendant hardships from the latest fuel hike by the federal government. You also heard that the Ondo State government has pledged sustained implementation of its poverty alleviation programs. Federal government, states and councils are to share a record 1.96 trillion naira monthly allocation. And in sports, world 100 meters hurdles champion Tobi Amusan risk a 2-year ban over anti-doping violation. That's the news tonight. Thank you so much for your time. Good evening.
We'll